All right, hello and welcome back. Welcome to the Cup Chasers podcast. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Manchester City, crowned champions of the Premier League for the third season in a row. Say what you want, their absolute value for it. Been fantastic all season long. Hurts to say it, but by far, 7-point gap now, the best team in the league, maybe the best team in the world. If you agree with that, go ahead and get the likes up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Get that notification bell on. I figured that Chelsea would be up for it, knowing that the rotation was coming. And frankly, they made Cole Palmer look good. They made Calvin Phillips look good. They made Sergio Gomez look good. Rico Lewis look good. Like all these, I mean, City played the kids. It could have been the kids versus the kids.
Yep.
But it was the kid.
Game.
Yeah.
He said, hold on.
It's the kids versus the Walkers. That's what it ended up being. Speaking of, Kyle Walker had a good game.
He said, God, he said something about how, what was it? Oh, gosh. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Am I going to have to watch it? I'm not going to watch it if that's good. Okay. All right. Here we go. He said, okay. I still have to ask about Chukwuemeka only coming on as a late sub. Lampard says he wants to give him more minutes on the pitch, but he has a job to do to pick the right team, and adds the player did well when he came on. Like, what's your job, bro? What's your job?
Yeah, you want to clarify? You want to go ahead and run us by that one again?
Yeah. I mean that's.
I'm not sure about that. Well, there are two midweek games involving both of your teams, and we did mention that City will probably play this rotation again. Maybe not the exact same team. I think a lot of these guys came in at the end of this game just to, for a little lap of honor, little round of applause, standing ovation kind of thing. Because there's no reason to bring in Rodri, or De Bruyne, really, And so, yeah, I think that's all that was. And so, what do we think we see at the MX?
I think it's full squad. The reason why I say that is because it's a mentality. Like I mentioned in the chat, it's a winning mentality, right? Those guys were on the bench waiting so that the guys in front that got to play didn't do their job. They're ready to go win the game. And I think that you look at Brighton City as more of a matchup that is in favor of Brighton if City plays the second team. So I think Pep goes for it. I think he goes for a win. I think that he plays a full squad. Maybe he has some midfield rotation, but I mean, of course, De Bruyne probably doesn't play, but I do think that we see a pretty strong City team because they don't want to lose. Why would you want to lose?
Got a prediction?
Let's
go. Kind of tough to know what to think.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm looking at my predictions and I'm like, from last week, and I'm like, yeah, City would have probably done that to Chelsea if it happened. Oh, man, it's tough because if they do go full squad, I could see this being like a 3-1 to City. But if they go, half second, half first, it could be like 1-1 or 2-2 kind of thing. I'll go 2-1 City. Seriously, that's what you had to.
I literally punched that in 30 seconds ago. I agree with you because even though City rotates, their defense, like more so than any other part of the field, doesn't drop an inch, doesn't drop a point.
And Ortega's really good in goal.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's Laporte or Diaz, whether it's Akanji or Ake, Walker or Stones, doesn't matter. they're going to be solid defensively. So I also went with a 2-1. They got magic from all different angles up front. So whoever comes in, probably Mahrez. I think Mahrez deserves another start. So he'll do some magic. Might be one of the most underrated players in that team because every time he comes on the field, he's like, you have to start me, but he
Yeah.
still doesn't get the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still have City winning this one. Want to keep that momentum. What you think, Lewis?
I think it's another 1-0, and the reason I think that is for example, Gundogan and Bernardo didn't play, so I expect them to start that game. But I think most parts that they probably keep a rotation. So I think Gundogan probably plays next to Phillips again. Next to Phillips, he didn't play next to him. I might see Mahrez, either Mahrez or Foden is going to get dropped because I think Silva will start on a wing.
Grealish doesn't get dropped.
Grealish didn't play start the last game.
Oh, that's true. So
Because
you think it'll be it could be Foden and Silva and Alvarez?
Yeah, and Jack will play because he'll put him in the game because he played him in the last game. So I think you get the same thing, but I think Bernardo plays on one of the wings. So I would say maybe Mahrez gets dropped. I think, and then Gundogan
He's
will
been
start.
so good every time he comes in the game. I don't get it. I don't get that.
Well, the team needs Gundogan and Holland to play. So if that could happen, that'd be great.
Well,
Yeah.
Holland will play. He'll play in the game.
Holland will play.
I don't know if he'll start. He'll be in the game. The back line, I think Akanji didn't start, so Akanji probably will be in there. I think Walker gets a rest. I don't think Walker plays.
I would agree with that.
I mean, to keep up with Matoma.
But the thing is that we've dealt with speed merchants, and their organization deals with the speed. Like they're organized at the back, so if anything, maybe Rico Lewis will play again, or something, or Stones will be out there because I don't think Stones played. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Stones played in the game.
Stones did play. He had the goal line clearance.
But he came in as a sub. He didn't start.
That's right.
Yeah.
But a lot of the guys who were subs, I think they start, but I think they keep largely what we saw. But I think another 1-0. I think I don't know if they. I have a feeling I got a feeling Ederson is going to play though, because I don't think you let your keeper sit too many games.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think he probably plays this one and the last one. But I think a 1-0. I think because I mean, what is Brighton playing for? I mean, what can they gain from the victory?
I mean, outside shot at Europa League.
Will they?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it is.
So
Yeah,
they
No, they're in. They're
at 61.
They're in.
I mean, technically, I mean, if Liverpool lose, they can guarantee Europa League instead of having to play a playoff.
Yeah.
But they got to win both.
You got, because they're 3 points in front of Villa with a game in hand. So
yeah, but
5 and 6 are Europa League. 5th is guaranteed. 6th is like a playoff, like a
August.
They'll be fine because the money they get from finishing 6th plus the Europa, that'll be sufficient money to bring people in, and the guys they sell. Because like you mentioned, Matoma, somebody's going to buy him. He's not going to be there.
McAllister,
Caicedo.
And so
probably David Raya as well.
It's like 4 players that'll finance new players. They'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think 1-0.
Well, all right. Same kind of race. I believe it's at Old Trafford, the greatest team that has ever graced a pitch, hosting Chelsea. All they need is a single point, and they will clinch Champions League just as Newcastle did earlier today. Liverpool can only hit 69, which is what United are already on. So, yeah, United would have to lose both their games to not make Champions League. So they need a point versus Chelsea. Do we think Chelsea will get up for this just to ruin United's day?
No,
Wasn't it 0-0 at the bridge earlier this season
I think so. I'll look.
before Rashford started scoring like it was
Yeah.
like crazy? Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Manchester United.
I got 1-1.
1-1. Wow, that's brave.
And the matter of fact, their last 3 results are 1-1. Yep. Matter of fact, their last 5 results are draws.
Dang, that's getting in Liverpool territory.
1-1-1-1. Yep. There's not been a winner since July 2020 when Chelsea won 3-1 in the FA Cup.
What you think, Patrick? I'm not saying mine. I put it down, but I'm not saying it.
You know, I've been saying for a couple weeks I think Chelsea wins this, but now I don't. I don't at all. I was hoping that we would see some attempt against City. And like Lewis said, it was like 5 minutes and then that was it.
Yeah.
Is Rashford back? Do we know? I know he's been injured.
I don't.
It is Van Beek, Martinez, Rashford, doubtful.
Rashford doubtful.
Oof. Woof.
That's tough stuff. Because again, you know, all United need is a point. So how does Ten Hag approach it? Does he say, you know what? Let's screw the point, let's get 3. Or does he, I mean, because they've been injured so much. Let's see. Positive news on the injury front before beating Bournemouth with Varane back ahead of schedule along with Scott McTominay. Let's go 1-0 United.
What are you doing to me, Patrick? This is a total tactic. You saw my screen.
I did not.
You're just tanking. You're just tanking.
I think you're going to have to pick something else just to get your point, man.
I think I might. The problem is that 4 of United's last 5 games have ended 1-0. 2 wins,
2-1.
2 losses.
2-1 United.
Chelsea.
The thing though is, I mean, I don't think Chelsea really
I
chips
don't think
goals,
Chelsea score, dude.
but we don't
But
score.
it's De Gea.
Man.
We don't challenge anybody in goal. What are you talking about?
It's still De Gea. Did you see what was the goal 2 weeks ago?
He's right. You're right, though. I have to switch it so that I have
You
a
can't
chance
gain
to make
anything
points.
if you pick the same thing.
So I have a chance to make points. Yeah, you're right, Lewis. I gotta go 2-1 United. Oh, that feels bad though, because my gut instinct was 1-0, and he immediately was like, "Oh, it's gonna be 1-0."
It wasn't immediate. It was talking to.
Well, as soon as I had decided that I was gonna go 1-0, you decided you were gonna go 1-0. Oh man, yeah, I think.
You know what? I'll change mine. I'll change mine so you feel peace. I'm going 3-1 United because they're at home.
Woo! Woo!
Chelsea just laid a stinker. They're not good. Frank is a lovely person as a footballer, probably a nice dude as a manager.
Yeah, so the greatest center defensive midfielder of all time is going to have a big game. He did get the game winner last time out.
You know what's interesting is I was, and we're not talking about it, but I was seeing some chat about like the whole Real Madrid situation, which I'm not going to go into. But a lot of people were like, if Casemiro was there, that doesn't happen because Casemiro would go fight somebody, which I believe. And, you know, that gives me hope.
Yeah, but he also would have 2-footed challenged somebody.
Yeah, true.
And got the straight red. Did we lose Lewis?
I think we lost Lewis.
Just he came into United and or whatever. But at Real Madrid, Casemiro was Casemiro.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold, for sure. Been super inconsistent. Yeah.
It sucks picking a Chelsea loss. I just want you to know that. But we don't score. I mean, it just.
I've been picking Chelsea losses ever since that 6-game losing streak. You
Yeah.
know?
Smart.
There he
Score.
is. There he is. All right, X. Quick. Will Chelsea beat United on Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's your score?
Yeah. 2-1.
2-1 to the Blues. It's at Old Trafford, man.
I don't care. I would never
Can't pick a Blues loss.
never
Eh?
pick a Blues loss to any United team, regardless, ever.
There you go. And what's your Brighton Man City pick? Man City go to Brighton on Wednesday.
I know Man City won't because of the mentality thing. But I almost want to see him toss Brighton some points here, man.
No.
They need it in the table.
No
I'd
way.
rather see Brighton succeed than anyway, they deserve it more this season. I do think City's gonna take them serious enough to probably 1-0 that game.
1-0. Just like
Just like they did
Lewis.
to us, yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. Chelsea going to beat Man United at Old Trafford by a score
Upset
of
the
2-1.
season. We need it.
Yeah.
The best thing about our season will be upsetting their season.
Playing
If you're as
score.
excited as X is about the impending Chelsea victory, go ahead and get the likes up, smash it. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and get that notification bell on. We'll be back real soon.